Hello and welcome, guys. Today we'll understand with one more business scenario, that is the banking payment scenario. That is scenario number 6 that says funding of a Nostro account with the notification to receive MT210 being sent in advance to the account bearer. So this is one of the regularly used banking scenario that happens in order to ensure that the Nostro account has been funded enough for their day-to-day customer credit transfer payment or the financial institution fund transfer payments. So let's understand this. Okay, let's understand this scenario in a very stepwise manner. So the scenario is funding of a Nostro account with a notification to receive MT210 being sent in advance to the account bearer. So right. So let's understand this. ANZ Bank in New Zealand identified that it does not have a sufficient fund in its Nostro account. See here, ANZ Bank has sent a notification, right? MT210 message to City, that is Commonwealth Bank of Australia in Australia, who holds an account that means ANZ Bank has account in City BA U2S, that is Commonwealth Bank of Australia. Now it has already mentioned by sending MT210 that you will receive a payment on some particular date. Right, that's what it says. ANZ Bank in New Zealand identified that it does not have a sufficient fund in the Nostro account at Commonwealth Bank of Australia, and thereby decided to buy Australian dollar 1 million from City US 33 by sending MT300 to City US 33. Now MT300 involves the agreement to buy and sell the exchange of a currency, and that after that agreement is done, then City US here, right, who is in USA, agrees to fund the Nostro account of ANZ Bank of New Zealand, um, which is there in the Commonwealth Bank of Australia. Now, in order to do that, City US then identifies that it doesn't have the direct accounting relationship with Commonwealth Bank of Australia in Australian dollar. So what it will do is City US then it will look for a bank who can actually facilitate the funding of the account which they have mentioned ANZ Bank to fund it in Australian $1 million, right? So City US then identifies it does not have the Australian dollar accounting relationship with the bank which they have mentioned, that is Commonwealth Bank of Australia. So for this, City US has multiple Nostro account, one in USD and other in AUD at Westpac, Australia. So City US does have the account with the Westpac Australia in AUD. So what it decides is to send the fund to Westpac, and then Westpac will facilitate the payment transfer into the Nostro account of the ANZ Bank. So first MT202 will flow from City US to Westpac Australia, and then second MT202 or its equivalent from Westpac to City BAU, that means Commonwealth Bank of Australia. So yeah, so let's understand this now step by step, right? So first step is ANZ Bank, right? As I said, sends out MT210 message to Commonwealth Bank of Australia saying that, hey, Commonwealth Bank of Australia, you will receive $1 million Australian dollar in the Nostro account of mine, which is at your bank and on some particular day and time. Now, it has been already acknowledged by Commonwealth Bank of Australia. It might be 1 day prior, 2 day prior, or just before the payment being received from the central bank. Now, this is step one. At the same time, City US, right, then it has already decided that it will send this MT202 payment to Westpac, and which will facilitate the fund transfer into the Nostro account of the ING Bank in Commonwealth Bank of Australia. So the first MT202 will be sent out from City US 33 to Westpac US, and they will mention the information required. How to create this MT202 and all, will understand that. So this is the first step, and next step is second step. On receiving this MT202 at a Westpac Australia, what it will do is it will do its validations. Now, in order to understand the validations and in order to understand about the messages, you need to subscribe this business flow scenarios payment videos, right? This is all about this bank payment scenarios. We have altogether 25 plus banking payment scenarios end-to-end flow with account posting, validations at each bank level, and also at a message creation. So you'll get to learn about all things in terms of a business scenarios, right? In terms of account level validation or bank level validation or account posting that happens, and then message creation part, all the messages involved in it, including end of the day reporting, account statement report, the debit advice, credit advice, and also the status message if bilaterally agreed, right? So for that, you just have to write us at swiftpaymentguru@gmail.com, right? And we have online batch. If you want to opt for all of these business scenarios, we have altogether 18 to 20 sessions where we will conduct this all scenarios to complete within that 18 to 20 sessions. Or you can directly opt for the videos only. For that, right, again, you write us at same email ID, swiftpaymentguru@gmail.com, and then we'll get back with you the videos link, and it will look like this. You'll see this videos link like this. You'll see all those business scenarios, and then the respective video links over here. You'll also get to see the different messages involved in it, right? If I just go and explain few of the business scenarios, that is bank payment scenarios that happens day to day, then what you can see is, number one, the direct customer credit transfer MT103 payment end-to-end flow, right? The second one is direct financial institution to financial institution fund transfer MT202 payment end-to-end flow. When I say end-to-end flow, it includes payment validation, then bank level validations, and then account posting, and then SWIFT level validations, that is network validation rules, and then at a receiver bank side validations and the receiver bank side account posting, and then message creation in this. It includes multiple messages in this, like the payment which is sent for the customer credit transfer payment, like MT103, and then status of the payment. It can be 199, MT298, and then debit credit advice like MT900, MT910, and then finally end of the day statement report like MT950. So you'll get to learn about all of these in terms of the message creation, as well as in terms of the what happens at what step, like stepwise understanding you'll get to know in this entire syllabus or the this package. So next one is similar to that for the financial institution to financial institution fund transfer message. You'll get to know third scenario is for the customer credit transfer payment in a serial payment method, end-to-end flow, like the way I told you. Similarly, it goes for the financial institution as well. MT20 to cover payment method end-to-end flow, very important this aspect, where the original payment for customer credit transfer payment will be covered via the do not to cover message, and do not to cover payment flows via its sender correspondent and then to intermediary and to the receiver correspondent. We'll understand this as well in this entire videos. Similarly, the one which I was telling you right now, the funding of Nostro account with notification to receive. So MT210 is into the account holding institution, and they will receive the fund from the central bank via intermediary institutions or from their central correspondent. So we'll understand the charges, different charges for the PENSA or for customer credit transfer payment in a direct payment, as well also in a serial payment. We'll understand about the claiming of the charges, that is post-claim, and the pre-claim charges. Request for the payment of a transfer MT101 for two number of transactions in a single request for MT101, where how a bank can accommodate two transactions for customer credit. It can be a local as well as for the cross-border. Then we have a request for cancellation of a payment in a direct customer credit payment method. Then similarly for the serial payment method, and request for the cancellation of payment in cover payment method, rejection in the customer credit transfer payment, rejection in fund to FI to FI fund transfer payment, that is for MT202s, return of a customer credit transfer payment for direct payment, return of financial institution to financial institution fund transfer payment. Then SWIFT GPI flow, this is very important as well. End of the day, account statement report, how the account statement report gets generated and how does it look like and what is its importance. ACK success of a payment message from SWIFT flow. When the payment is sent out, necessary ACK message has to be received. So how does that work and how does that message look like, and what happens if a NAC is received, or what happens with when ACK is received, right? So this kind of business scenarios, if you get to know, then you are good to go for any kind of interviews, or you are good to go to start with any kind of a project in your projects. So I would say, like, utilize this opportunity and get these videos or join this online batch for understanding all of these business flows end to end. So I'm looking to get a lot inquiries on this. So just send email to us, so paymentguru@gmail.com.